Hi, my name is Janelle. Welcome to Culture Trekking, where I try to collect unique stories from around the globe that focus on sustainable adventure and cultural connections. I call Utah home, but today I am taking you to Xcaret Park for Dia de los Muertos. All right, I am off to Xcaret Park with the media group. We're gonna go and see all of the Day of the Dead celebrations and chocolate workshop and everything. Let's go. Welcome to Xcaret Park, Festival of Life and Death Traditions, or Dia de los Muertos. This festival is held every year from October 30th to November 2nd. It wasn't until the 20th century when Jose Guadalupe Posada created a cartoon mimicking or making fun of the Mexican society absorbing French sophistication and fashion into their culture. And he called it Todos Somos Calaveras, or Calavera Catarina. This eventually got brought up again by Diego Rivera, who later referenced it and started painting flowers and fancy lace on skulls, and that is how we have the Calavera Catarina. Despite the Calavera Catarina becoming famous in the 20th century, Dia de los Muertos has been celebrated for almost 3,000 years. It is a solemn and exciting time to connect the youth of today to the ancestors of yesterday. Every year, Xcaret Park invites a certain municipality or county in Mexico to come and showcase their traditions surrounding Dia de los Muertos. This year, it was Quintana Roo. We are at Xcaret Park, and as you can see behind me, there is a market that you can come and get some traditional market items, and they have the Day of the Dead celebration and a lot of skulls. It came about so that we could be reminded that we're all the same underneath all of our skin and flesh, and we're all skeletons underneath, so we're all the same.
We are Mazorca Negra. We are a little company for do a chocolate, a real chocolate, because we do to the plant, the cacao, and all the process to do the chocolate. We organize with Rainforest Alliance. All the plants and the products are natural, not chemic, not nothing chemic, not nothing.
Awesome.
It's just chocolate, cacao water, and a little piece of sugar. We come from the different communities Mayas for here in Quintana Roo. So we have 15 families that they work with us.
Oh, awesome. So we got tequila chocolate.
Yeah, but the name is Extravagantun.
Extravagantun.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good. You can taste the cacao in the chocolate.
Yeah.
I have so much saliva, I just choked on it. Yeah, it tastes very natural. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Regular chocolate's very good too. I think the tequila one had more of like a bite to it. Behind me here, you'll see the Xcaret Cemetary. This has so much symbolism for the people. There are 365 graves. Nobody's actually buried here. It's more of a symbolic place that people can come put photos of their ancestors and their offerings. Then there are 52 steps to get up the 7 levels. 52 represents the number of weeks, and 7 the number of, I forget, I'll find out. Put it here. We're gonna head up and just kind of take in the culture of Dia de los Muertos. The 4 trees at the top with the colored sashes tied around them are said to represent the 4 points of the compass, so that when the loved ones return, they have a way to guide them back to the world of the living as well as lead them back to the world of the dead, along with marigolds that line the path. After the cemetery, it was time to head over to some of the carefully curated Dia de los Muertos shows at Xcaret Park. Most of the shows are in Spanish. However, they are visual enough that you can kind of see or tell what the story is yourself just by watching. So tell me what you think in the comments below of what this masterful puppet show would be to you. So right now I'm in the children's area. You can kind of hear the play going on in the background, but they have traditional coloring of the papel pintura, and they have just a number of activities of, you know, a small grave site where it's not as crowded, where they can go and, you know, put a cross with a little poem to their ancestors. It's really a fun place. If you've got a family, this is a great place to introduce them to culture. There's animals, there's all sorts of things. So it's not just for adults. They also have a room that you can go into that is filled with toys and different items that turns into a giant treasure hunt, where you're given pictures of different items that the children have to find in the room. Or adults, if you're feeling like you want to be a child for a day. Why not? As more of the night descended, the creatures started to come out. They have games, including bingo, street food, decorations, and plenty of places to take those Instagram-y worthy photos. Okay, I am here at La Cochina, and they have some amazing salsa and meat and tacos and drinks, but make sure that you get here early or make a reservation because it is quite popular. Can't wait to dive into this grub. Each of the altars have a different meaning for the specific family member that they have built them for. Each level has a specific meaning as well. All of the altars here this year were built in the style of Quintana Roo. Each item placed at the altar is very specific to the family member, and of course, the marigolds lead them back to the living. So this bread here is actually something really common for Dia de los Muertos. It is like a rosario or rose bread, but it has orange, anise, a very fine powdery sugar, and it tastes delicious. Probably this is what my altar would look like. A lot of food and bread. So this is papel picado, and it's supposed to symbolize life and the fragility of it, and it has symbols of life within the pictures. This altar was built by a company in Quintana Roo after a horrific boat accident that killed many of their co-workers. They also put up a display of a heart, which you could write the name of someone who has passed on that you were missing to participate in their altar. This altar was inspired by Mayan culture and was one of my favorites because just at the base of it, you would find this altar just for dogs, complete with a bowl of water and a little treat. There are plenty of opportunities to participate in this UNESCO Protected Heritage Cultural event. Like this wall of candles, you take one for a loved one that has passed on, light it, and then take a moment to say hello to them. Then it was on to the grand finale. There are hundreds of shows going on during Dia de los Muertos. I highly suggest that you get wherever you want to go very early. It does get crowded and you can be waiting in a line and not even be able to get in. Either get your tickets in advance and reserve a spot or get there very early. Just before leaving back to the hotel to pack for a very early flight, we were able to go and listen to the Philharmonic Orchestra of Xcaret. So, I am sure you have enjoyed Xcaret Park as much as I have. The Day of the Dead celebration is also a celebration of life. So come out here and live your life a little bit better. Viva la Mexico! Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend because more the merrier. See you in the next one, y'all.